The final part of the basic tutorials relates to the inspection history, which is found in the Condition and History tab. Once you've completed an inspection for the property, future inspections become much easier. To start with, the structure of the property will already be completed and in the order you need to inspect it. However, the house icons will either be grey or red. The grey houses are deemed to not be relevant to the current inspection. The red houses contain information which will be used to automatically complete the report when you tap the Finalise Report button on the report cover screen. You can still comment manually on a grey house item, it just won't automatically be used to finish the report off. Which items are grey and which are red will be covered in the different inspection type tutorials when you're ready to undertake a subsequent inspection. To give you a quick idea, a subsequent ingoing or outgoing inspection will be mostly red, as almost everything should be included in the report, while a subsequent routine inspection will be mostly grey, with primarily the area overviews in red. The app also provides you with two key sets of historic information which will make your job a breeze. The first of these is the item history, which is located below the notepad where you enter your comments. This is a list of comments made about the current item going back into the past. There are three components to each piece of history. The heading indicates the type of inspection that was being undertaken and its date. The speech bubble on the right will insert the entire comment at the end of your current comment if tapped. The notepad contains the comments. Particularly long comments may be limited in height but can be scrolled. You can also select text within a particular comment using the standard iPad text selection gestures, and this will allow you to copy and paste part of a comment into your current report. The top comment in the item history is called autocomplete text and serves a special purpose. The autocomplete text is generated by the app in response to the type of inspection you are currently undertaking and based on the current history of the property. In the cover page tutorial, the Finalise Inspection button was demonstrated. The autocomplete text is vital to the function of the Finalise Report button. It will either state that the item will not be completed, in which case it will have a grey house in the inspect list, and nothing will be added to the inspection when it is finalised. Alternatively, it will contain the text that will be used, in which case it will have had a red house icon in the inspect list. The Finalise Report button will only add an item to the report if that item doesn't have a report part and it has valid text in the autocomplete text, which is indicated by the red house in the inspection list. The generation of the autocomplete text will be covered in the different inspection type tutorials. It is important to note at this point that if you need to add or update a photo for an item but want to use the autocomplete text, then you should tap the comment icon to insert it manually, or you will end up with an empty comment being generated in your final report. The final and possibly most powerful history option involves photos. Below the current photos you will see a list of all the previous photos which have been taken for the current item. Tapping on a photo will show you the photo with any tags that you added and all of the text. At the bottom you will have the option of updating the photo. The most powerful of the two options is to update the photo using the built-in camera in your iPad, as the previous image is overlaid on the viewfinder as you take the photo, allowing you to perfectly align the new image with the old. You can also use a placeholder, in which case the original photo will be displayed on the iPad for you to manually align your separate camera with. Tap the Insert Placeholder button once you've taken the photo. Editing updated photos will be covered in the Photos tutorial. Regardless of which of the two options you choose, your final report will contain a side-by-side comparison of the two images. One of the obvious disadvantages of portrait mode is that the item list is hidden under the Inspect button. To help with this, we've built navigation gestures into both of the notepads where you enter text. During your initial inspection, swiping left moves you to the next item in the property, while swiping right moves you back to the previous item. You can also swipe up to go to the overview of the next area, or swipe down to go to the overview of the previous area. This unfortunately doesn't work particularly well if you have a lot of text in the notepad, as the app recognises the gesture as a scroll, but can be very useful during routine inspections where you focus on the area overviews. Obviously, selecting a specific area or item will be much more quickly achieved in the inspect list. When you get to the beginning or end of the property and try and navigate, the app will let you know you've reached the end. During routine inspections, swiping left or right will move either to the next item you've commented on, the next item which will be auto-completed, i.e. items with the red house symbol in the inspect list, or the next area's overview item. This allows you to quickly complete routine inspections. However, if you want to comment on an item that doesn't meet these criteria, you'll need to use the inspect list and select the item specifically. You've now finished all of the basic inspection tutorials. The final tutorial option for inspections will change depending on which inspection you're undertaking and how much of the history you have available for the current property. Anytime you're not sure what to do and want a quick rundown on the inspection process, you can always check the final tutorial.